What is going on, you guys? Greg Sprang's checking in with another video here. So today's video is going to be about 7 different foods that you can incorporate into your diet that will make dieting easier for you when you're cutting down, when you're shredding. It'll make life just super easy for you. So let's get started. So the first food I'm going to go over today is thin sliced bread. So the macros on thin sliced bread are as follows. So there's 3 grams of, this is per 2 slices by the way. There's 3 grams of protein, 1.5 grams of fat, and 24 grams of carbs. So I suggest going with the thin sliced bread just because it's obviously lower in macros. See, I took the, everyone's classic, like everyone's favorite, Texas toast. And so I took the macros from Texas toast as well. And per 2 pieces of Texas toast as well, there's 6 grams of protein, 2 grams of fat, and 34 grams of carbs. So there's 10 more grams of carbs in Texas toast than there is in this thin sliced bread. So obviously, thin sliced bread is the way to go. You can also get whole wheat or white. They vary slightly in the macros, but I would suggest going with whole wheat thin sliced bread as opposed to your regular Texas toast or regular toast in general. For myself, when I eat this bread, I usually eat it with breakfast along with my eggs and some spinach or whatever, so I kind of make like a sandwich out of it, or I just toss it on top and eat the bread and the eggs just like that. Or I usually eat my, like as a little snack as well, I have pea butter instead of peanut butter because I'm allergic to peanuts. I have pea butter and I'll just spread some pea butter on the toast and it makes for a nice little snack as well. So next up on the list are these protein wraps. So the brand is called Flat Out, protein up, carb down. So per 1 wrap, there's 120 calories in a wrap, 12 grams of protein, 2.5 grams of fat, and 18 grams of carbs. So these are obviously really good to just try to get your protein up. There is a fair amount of carbs in it, but that's gonna be given with any carb source you have. And so it's really mainly used for the protein intake and to ensure that your protein intake is up. So 12 grams of protein per wrap is actually really good. I typically use these for breakfast. I like making like breakfast burritos out of these, but you know, you can use them for just about anything. You can make like chicken wraps or wraps for lunchtime or whatever. So these are obviously really good. They're way better than regular wraps. The only thing I would say with these ones specifically, the Flat Out brand, is that they do taste a little chalky, but I think that's just because of the protein that they put into it. It's kind of hard to make it not chalky if there weren't that amount of protein in it. But that's the way it is. I don't mind it at all, but I can look past it, but I know some people wouldn't like it. But for me, I can look past it, so highly recommend it. Okay, this next one on the list is a really key one. This is probably my favorite one on the list. This one is called New Pasta. I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but we'll go ahead and show you the calories on this. Pay attention to this. For 1 package, for one of these things, there are 25 calories, 1 gram of protein, 1 gram of fat, and 6 grams of carbs. Yeah, crazy. So what you do with these is you just open the little package here, and there's some noodles in there with some water, and all you do is strain the noodles and throw some sauce on the pasta and you're good. Most of the calories from this thing will be from the sauce that you put on the pasta. So the reason why it's so low in calories is because it's made from konjac. And so konjac is a root vegetable. It's like high in dietary fiber, and there's 0 starch in it. And so that's why it's so low in calories, is because there's no starch in it. So these are really key. These are a nice little thing to incorporate into your diet because they're so low in calories, yet they're so filling. Like it feels like the same sensation as a regular pasta. But the only thing with these, the only downside of these is that they're pretty expensive. So this package here, this was $5 for the 1 package. So you can imagine that if you buy these all the time, that it'll add up over time. But if you do invest in these, they will pay off. They're super good. They're super good. Okay, next up on the list is another favorite of mine. I actually didn't discover these until like last week or something like that, and I don't know why I never thought to buy these for dieting. But with that being said, we got some lean turkey burgers. So per patty of these lean turkey burgers, there are 170 calories, 30 grams of protein, 6 grams of fat, and 0 grams of carbs. So these things are gonna be a savior for me just because I am such a burger guy. Whenever I go out to eat for dinner or anything like that, I usually order burgers. Usually order burger and fries, so these are really gonna help out with that because I can't have like ground beef with like super high fats and all that stuff, and so these are really gonna help with that sensation of eating just like a regular burger. With great macros like this, like you can't go wrong. The only thing that will bring up the macro count with these burgers is gonna be the bun that you eat it with. And so right now I have regular buns. I can try to find like low carb buns or something like that, but right now I just have regular buns. Just eating the turkey burgers with the regular buns. But you don't have to eat it with the bun if you want to keep it just to the burger. I mean, you can eat it with like your breakfast or something like that. If you cook it, cut it up, eat it with your scrambled eggs, or if you eat it with your rice or the new pasta that you just bought because the macros are so good. But yeah, so lean turkey burgers, incorporate these if you are a fan at least. So this next one on the list, a lot of people probably won't agree with me, but I am a fan of it, so I incorporate it into my diet, and because it is so low in calories, literally the lowest they can be, 0 calories, mustard. So I put mustard on just about anything. So if you look at the nutritional contents there are 0 calories, 0.2 grams of protein, 0 fats, and 0 carbs. So this is literally just, what is it? There's sodium in there. It's literally just salt with some flavoring. A lot of people aren't fans of mustards, but I will put mustard on just about anything. I'll put mustard on my chicken and rice. I'll put my mustard on my eggs and toast. Like I'll put mustard on just about anything, just because it is 0 calories and I do enjoy it. So if you are someone who does enjoy mustard and doesn't mind throwing it on things that you wouldn't normally put it on, incorporate it into your diet. Another thing that is also really good along with mustard is hot sauce. I find hot sauce when hot sauce and mustard kind of go together, it makes it more bearable for some people, I would say. Mixing those two together are, I think, really good. Hot sauce as well is 0 calories typically. So hot sauce or mustard, I guess, would be this food that you could incorporate into your diet. So next thing up on the list here is our Walden's Farms maple syrup. So if we look at the nutritional contents here, 0 calories, 0 protein, 0 fats, 0 carbs. Guess what? It tastes just like regular syrup. So this is a huge one. This one's a really popular item amongst the fitness community. It's a syrup that's made with all natural and maple vanilla flavoring. And so yeah, like I said, it's a very common product amongst the fitness community. A lot of people in the fitness community know about it already, so it isn't that hard to come by. You just kind of have to look for it. So they usually have it at your local supplement shop, whether it be Popeyes or Supplement King or whatever your local supplement shop is in your given city. They'll more than likely have it there. You just gotta take a look around. For myself, you can obviously have it with your pancakes or your waffles or anything like that. I also put it in my oatmeal. I haven't had oatmeal in a while here, but for the sake of the video, I made some oatmeal and put some in just to show you. And yeah, it's 0 calories, guys. It tastes just like regular syrup. It's a great flavor enhancer, and it's a great sweetener for anything that you may want to put it on. Again, this is another thing that you may start putting on things that you wouldn't normally do. Same thing with mustard. So yeah, give these ones a go. This one's a really good one, I think. This one will go a long way. It's really popular. A lot of people love it. So the last one on the list here is obviously our dessert. A dessert that, yes, you can incorporate into your diet while you are cutting. So first one here is the Cool Way brand. Not protein ice cream, but I guess you could say protein ice cream. So if you look at this thing here, so per 125 mils, there are 80 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 14 grams of carbs, and 6 protein. I think the biggest thing to take away with these things here is that they're so low in fat. Just because usually there are, in other ice creams like regular ice cream, there are high amounts of like milk and sugar and stuff like that, and so and cream, and so that's why the fats are usually up. And then the other ones here are these Cool Way ice cream bars. So per bar in these, there are 80 calories per bar, 7 grams of protein, 2.5 grams of fat, and 9 carbs. So these desserts are a really good way to help satisfy those cravings that you may have, that sweet tooth that you may have. So they're obviously great macros per tub or per bar. So it's a good way to finish off the day. I like to have them at the end of the day. at nighttime before I go to bed, because that's how I like to finish my day, with a nice little treat. And these are macro friendly, so why wouldn't you use these? So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you took something away from this. Definitely try to incorporate these foods into your diet. These are what works for me. Obviously, these aren't the only foods that you should be eating to try to help your life be easier and try to help your diet. But definitely give them a shot, check them out, and let me know how they go. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't yet, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one.